If you are struggling to pronounce medical words so that you can communicate as a health professional clearly and confidently, I am speaking to you today. In fact, I made this tutorial just for you because I care about healthcare and actually, more importantly, about your comfort when you communicate. If you can speak clearly and confidently with your patients, it will be a benefit to all of us. We can never put too much care in healthcare, right? Over the past 6 years, I have worked with many healthcare professionals around lots of goals. And today, you will learn exactly how to improve your pronunciation of medical words, especially if English is your second language. Here is what you're going to learn. Why how you say it matters as much as what you say in healthcare. Why medical terms are among the hardest words of English to pronounce, even as a native speaker, let alone non-native speaker. And 3 actionable strategies to achieve clearer pronunciation for medical words. Finally, before we get started, make sure you pick up another amazing resource our team has prepared for you. We have prepared a definitive list of how to pronounce 99 complex medical words with success, which you can get over on our website. I've popped the link below this video for you. So pick that up right away and let's get started. Back in 1940, Maxwell Thabow opened a discussion around pronouncing medical words correctly. In fact, he wrote a paper on the topic. My question is, in 2020, do his ideas about medical pronunciation still matter to this day? Opening his paper with the statement, "This concerns not what is said, but how it is said," he argued that back in 1940, doctors were flippant and nonchalant about pronouncing medical words correctly. So my question while I prepared this tutorial was, does it matter if you pronounce medical words incorrectly when working as a medical professional? There are huge milestones working through the medical terminology lexicon. We have words like opisthotonos and anesthesiology. The medical professional, when speaking English, has also been gifted with the longest words there are. In fact, if you do a search on the lengthiest English word in a standard dictionary, chances are you will find pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. Whew! Weighing in at 45 letters and 19 syllables, it turns out the word is now thankfully obscure. Perhaps it retired because it kept people waiting even longer in the waiting room. I mean, imagine telling your patient, "I'm sorry to say, we have diagnosed you with pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis." Ranking in at number 2 is another medical condition word, pseudo-hypoparathyroidism. With only 30 letters, this one still packs quite a punch. That being said, if you are a medical professional dealing with terminology, you might notice that the term does not have to be long to be difficult to pronounce, especially if English is your second language. I mean, I even struggle with trichophyton and auscultation. And when I've assisted several anesthesiologists in pronunciation, I've had to really swat up on my own ability with words like spondylolisthesis. But what are some strategies you can apply to pronounce those difficult medical terms that freak you out with clarity as well as comfort? Our team have prepped a few suggestions for you so that you can come out of that terrible medical multisyllabic word trap cleanly without too many cuts and scratches on your pronunciation prestige. And I really want to share these strategies with you right now because we believe in the importance of communication comfort and success at Voice Science, especially when you, as a medical professional, are responsible for so many people. There is so much going on in your job that pronunciation shouldn't be holding you back or presenting as a stressful barrier to your patient relationships and collegiate interactions. So here are our stellar tips for clear pronunciation of medical words. Slow and steady wins the pronunciation race. If you try and rush through, it is likely you will skip sounds or syllables or unintentionally substitute unnecessary sounds, one step at a time. And remember, your syllables are your steps. Watch this. Cervical, spinal, auscultation. Cervical spinal auscultation. Check the phonetics. Head to the dictionary for both the phonetics and pronunciation guide. This gives a concrete reference point for the sounds you need. In fact, at Voice Science, we ensure that all medical professionals that we train for pronunciation develop a proficiency in reading the International Phonetic Alphabet. IPA can be used to decode difficult surnames and first names, vital for rapport, as well as map out the pronunciation and emphasis for complex medical terms. Calibrate your medical prefixes and suffixes. The medical lexicon is full of Latin, which is wonderful because in many instances you can get very systematic with learning not only the meaning of the words according to the Latin term, but you can also calibrate your pronunciation across word sets. For example, synthesis, amniocentesis, pericardiocentesis, thoracocentesis. If you can master the prefix and suffix, you can apply this to pools of words. Describing medical conditions clearly and using everyday English for your patients is always best practice for building rapport and thus trust when you work clinically. However, these gargantuan terms simply cannot be overlooked. There are many moments where you simply have to say the terminology. Make sure you get your hands on our comprehensive list of 99 words over on our site. I've also recorded the audio for these words for your reference. It's really involved navigating the pronunciation of medical terms, especially when English is your second language. Sometimes it's even nerve-wracking working out how to pronounce a patient's first name appropriately, let alone their difficult diagnosis. Our team specialises in building your communication skill and pronunciation agility so that you can speak to your patients in calm and clear English. Why does this matter? Well, unfortunately, studies show that negative bias still exists around unclear speaking. A study from the Journal of Language and Discrimination investigated in London how accent and gender influence perceptions of competence and warmth in the medical profession. The main findings revealed that doctors were rated as more competent when standard British English was used in the London hospitals. Further, medical professionals who used a local accent were also perceived as warmer. While I personally don't have a problem with different inflections or pronunciations and accents on medical words, we do have to take the research from the experts seriously. When your patient presents to you, they are usually anxious or overwhelmed. So from a sensory and cognitive processing perspective, the clearer your communication is in terms of the words used and the sounds applied, the more at ease your patient will be. So it really is worthwhile improving your speaking clarity as a medical professional irrespective of what language you're speaking. And I'd also argue that many English native speakers could take more care with their pronunciation and message as well, to benefit the comfort of their patients. I remind you, we are in the communication game together, and I am here as a speech pathologist trying to advocate for the importance of communication confidence and comfort, and it certainly takes a global team to do that. If you found this tutorial valuable, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and maybe even share it with your ward, team, or peers. You can also get extra tips for your communication by subscribing to our YouTube channel or following us over on Facebook and Instagram. As I always say, communication is like string theory. It's the foundation of everything. So go get them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!
Enchanté.
Make sure you check out your personalised pronunciation audit, your chance to learn which one of the 6 bottlenecks to pronunciation clarity you need to overcome right now so you can speak English with more confidence and comfort. This is the first step to improving your speaking. How can you practice your English successfully if you don't know which sounds need the work most? Over the past 6 years, I have custom engineered a foolproof audit for the thousands of clients I meet daily who want to improve their English. And guess what? You can do the first part of this audit right now, no matter where you are. Click the link below to enroll and get to the bottom of what your pronunciation needs to progress. Here's what you'll get: a tailored and comprehensive audit into every sound of English so you know precisely what sounds you need to work on. Assessment of speech intonation, pitch, tone, word stress and emphasis. Investigation of English fluency so you can learn how well your English speaking flows and what you need to incorporate to sound more natural. Screening of your voice, grammar, vocabulary needs so that you get the bigger picture behind what your communication needs. Complete the audit online so that you can fit it into your busy schedule and time zone no matter where you live. Video assessment in a conversational format so that you speak as you normally would, so I can get a valid assessment of your pronunciation. You can do this audit in your own time zone according to your schedule. You'll also get access to the Pronunciation Success digital blueprint so that you can have a guide to the key features of clear and confident English communication, valued at $110. A 30-minute private pronunciation feedback session live with me so you can learn exactly what your English speaking needs and get your questions answered, valued at $220. The personalised strategy feedback session is one of my favourite appointments to deliver. I will identify for you the main bottleneck you face that is stopping your English speaking from improving and recommend the ways we can partner with you to solve it. Click the link below to enrol today. I can't wait to meet you, to help you, and to support you.